Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 13 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos, and this game will take place at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Both teams at 9-2, tied atop the AFC West. Huge AFC West implications as well as overall AFC playoff seeding implications as well in this one. And you have both these teams coming off a loss. Okay, both of them losing close, tough games last week. You have the Broncos. Look, Manning looked like a different quarterback in that cold weather last week, and the wind most notably. The long-range forecast is for 50 degrees, cloudy, and no considerable wind in Arrowhead. So that's certainly good news for Denver. Also good news for Denver potentially could be Kansas City without definitely one of their pass rushers, and maybe without both their top pass rushers in Tamba Ali and Justin Houston. The latest news is that Houston will most likely not play with that dislocated elbow, and Ali does not have the high ankle sprain that people worried about, but we'll monitor his progress throughout the week as well. But you have those two guys combining for 20 sacks. If one or both of those guys miss this game, that's obviously a huge blow to the Chiefs. You give the Chiefs a little bit of an advantage because they're at home. Obviously, that crowd will be in a frenzy in this rivalry game that will mean so much. The Chiefs able to keep Peyton Manning and company off the field. I mean, I know this is a common sort of theme when you play the Broncos, and especially when you're the Chiefs, a team that's predicated on running. But, I look at it from the reverse. Are the Chiefs able to force the Broncos into longer drives in this game? And can they, avoid the quick score capability of a Demaryius Thomas, of an Eric Decker, of all the weapons that Peyton Manning has at his disposal? I think that's a big factor in this game. And obviously them being able to put pressure on Manning will become an issue, I think, as this game goes on. Alex Smith has proved in the last 2 weeks that when he needs to air it out a little bit more, he is capable. All right, but when you get in shootouts with an Alex Smith versus Phillip Rivers or an Alex Smith versus a Peyton Manning, you have to favor those other quarterbacks. And this Chiefs defense, especially in the back end, has proved to be pretty leaky here in the last 2 weeks. They've played a noticeable step up in class at the quarterback position the last 2 weeks. Their pass rush, most notably, I think they have 1 sack in the last 4 games. That's where it all starts for the Bob Sutton defense, that aggressive attacking defense, is getting to the quarterback, forcing him into bad throws. One can't work without the other because if you try to get to the quarterback and you don't make it, now you leave yourself vulnerable in the secondary, and a veteran quarterback with time is going to pick that apart. So the running game for Kansas City and the pass rush for Kansas City, 2 huge things. And also something I don't think people will talk about is how do the Chiefs tackles now match up with the pass rushers of the Broncos? Von Miller, okay, coming off of a very good game against the Patriots. The Von Miller, Sean Phillips, who's had a resurgence this year with 10 sacks. How does in turn the Chiefs, if they need to pass the ball more, how do they match up against those Broncos pass rushers? And I think that answer is not very well. So I look at things being a little bit more in the Broncos' favor in this game, but you can't underestimate the home field advantage that the Chiefs have. And also the fact that the Chiefs are still a 9-2 team playing at home with everything in front of them that they've wanted here, whether it be home field or most notably that AFC West crown. So I think this is going to be a hotly contested game. I just think in the end, Denver is able, if it goes to a shootout or if it goes to a game where the offenses are dominating, they're able to put the pedal to the metal and really be sort of unstoppable in that unstoppable mode. I think neither team shows wear off of last week. These are 2 motivated teams, 2 veteran teams that I think puts everything behind them, gives us a good effort. And because of that, I like Denver, just their offense a little too much for this struggling Kansas City defense. Denver -4 on the road in Kansas City. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week, and I'm always talking the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.